What's up, everybody? My name is Shannon and I am still waiting for my Satyr, and today we are talking about The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. So this is the first book in the Chaos Walking series, and if that sounds familiar, that's because it's being adapted into a movie starring Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, which got me really excited. I kept hearing buzz about this like sci-fi film that they were going to be in, and I knew that I wanted to check it out. And then little did I know that Chaos Walking was Knife of Never Letting Go, aka the first audiobook I ever listened to when I started college. And I was like, oh my god, it's that thing? I loved this book the first time I read it, and I was so upset because I couldn't find the second book anywhere. I was determined not to actually buy the audiobook. I was determined to find it at my library, and I never could. I searched and searched, and eventually I just gave up 4 years later, and I found it, and I'm like, you know what? Finally gonna read this entire series again, and how on earth did I get to the end of this book and give up my search? Because the ending of this book is so insane. So, okay, so calming down. For those of you guys who don't know, The Knife of Never Letting Go is kind of a hard book to describe without giving it away. It's kind of a sci-fi book. We are on this alien planet, and we're starting off with this boy named Todd and his dog named Manchi. And what's interesting about this planet is that there are no women. There's just this one town full of men called Prentice Town, and all of the men can hear all of the other men's noise. And what that means is that you can hear everybody's every thought, all chaotic, all messed up, all the time. And you can also hear like animals talking to you, and you can hear their noise. And as you can tell, that's just extremely a lot all the time. But there are some places that you can go to kind of get away from it a little bit. There's never any quiet. There's always just this noise. Until Todd comes across this like area of silence in the swamp, and it turns out to be a girl. And from that moment, his entire world is completely flipped upside down, because how do you hide secrets when you can hear each other's every single thought? Well, it turns out it is a lot easier than you think it would be. And oh my god, this book is just absolutely insane, because what we're doing is we're unraveling the secrets of Prentice Town, and we're learning that there is so much that Todd was never told. This book is really about like going from innocence to becoming a man, and what that means, and what it means for a Prentice Town man, and what it means for other men, and what it means to like enter the world of sin. And it's a really heavy book. It's really dark. There's a lot of metaphor, there's a lot of symbolism, and to me, it's just really well done, and it really, really gets me. I don't know if I would recommend this book to everybody just because it is so intense, but it is, to me, just really, really good, and it's probably one of my favorite books ever. I am giving this book an A-, and that's mostly because I know from like some people, I've had like some friends read this book, I've had my cousin read this book, and my cousin in particular said that she just could not get into it because of the way that it's written. This book is written in the way that Todd talks. I would say he talks with like a really heavy southern like accent, and there's words that aren't spelled correctly. There's a lot of run-on sentences because it's like just told as if he's telling it to us. So like he gets excited and he starts talking faster and faster and faster, and there are lines where like there's just like one word and then it just keeps going down and down and down, and it's kind of chaotic in the way that it's told. And to me, that really feeds into the chaotic nature of the story. Now, like I said, I have listened to this book. I've also had friends listen to this book. I do think it's a really good audiobook because in the audiobook you get to hear the noise, and the noise is really cool. In the book, it's just kind of splayed out across the page, but it's really interesting to hear it actually in the audio because you really do feel like you're part of the story. And it really makes me wonder how they're going to portray that in the movie. And I also wonder if they're gonna age up the characters a little bit in the movie, because in this they're only 12, so I'm wondering if they'll be a little bit older. They'll change that date of when you become a man, which would make a lot more sense. And again, I'm just really excited to see how it's all gonna play out on the big screen, because it's really cool, and I'm really excited for all of the feels, and I'm really excited for Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley to be Viola and Todd. It's gonna be super, super cool. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe so you can talk books with me every week. That is everything I got for today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.